The fire on board a doomed Russian submarine could have sparked a planetary catastrophe, a high-ranking military official reportedly revealed. The alleged comments were made at Saturday's funeral in St Petersburg of the 14 sailors who died in the blaze on July 1. The victims are understood to have sealed a hatch in a desperate bid to contain the military vessel's nuclear reactor. The Kremlin is yet to confirm whether it was the crew members' actions that prevented a potentially disastrous incident. With their lives, the 14 sailors saved their comrades, saved the ship, and averted a catastrophe of planetary scale, Russia's independent open media news outlet quoted the anonymous official as saying. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said the main cause of the incident was a fire in the submarine's battery compartment. Shoigu assured Putin the nuclear reactor on the vessel is completely isolated. All the necessary measures were taken by the crew to protect the reactor, which is in complete working order. Moscow has said the crew was studying the seafloor and that the details of the tragedy are a state secret. But Russian media reported that the ship was a top-secret nuclear-powered mini-submarine. The Defense Ministry confirmed the vessel was nuclear-powered for the first time on Friday ahead of the private funeral service, which was closed off to the media. You have to understand that the identities of most of the people who gathered here are secret, and their faces cannot be shown, a representative of the Defense Ministry told AFP at the gates of the cemetery. A young woman at the ceremony, clad in black and holding a wreath that read "From friends and classmates," said, "This is a great sorrow." Even ordinary St. Petersburg residents came to the cemetery's gates to pay their respects, including 60-year-old Natalia Stepanova, who said, "I feel so sorry for them, like they were my own family." "They are real heroes," she added. During the service there was a military salute, and the Russian national anthem was heard. Dmitry Razmislov, 38, attended the funeral to pay his respects to one of the seamen, Dmitry Solovyev, who he studied alongside at a military academy in the late 1980s. The Russian Defense Ministry said Solovyev acted heroically during the accident, evacuating a civilian and closing the vessel's hatch to halt spreading flames. Reports say Solovyev rescued a civilian expert on board the submarine. The civilian left the burning section of the vessel, and the crew member shut the hatch behind him and stayed in alongside other crew members fighting to save the vessel, said the Defense Ministry. Solovyev leaves behind a pregnant wife and 3-year-old son, say reports. Earlier the day, Russian National Guard lined the streets of St. Petersburg as the coffins of the elite officers who were killed in a fire on board a nuclear-powered submarine made their way through the city. Nearly all of the victims were highly decorated officers and included 7 captain first-rank officers, the most senior staff officers in the Russian Navy. Experts have said that the presence of many high-ranking officers on board could suggest the submarine was not on an ordinary assignment. In previous cases of major Russian national disasters, funerals have often been held in public. The tragedy has echoes of the sinking of the Kursk submarine in 2000, also in the Barents Sea, that claimed 118 lives and shook the first year of Putin's presidency. Russian media reported that the 14 seamen will be buried near a monument to the Kursk victims in the Serafimovskoye cemetery.